Good morning, it's Lisa Lovestone with Matcha Morning and Bedhead Musings. Cheers. My morning started out super fun. 4 dogs, 2 that wouldn't go outside because it was raining hardish. Oh, please don't do that, sweetie. Please don't do that. Yeah, good boy. Good boy. Here's 3 of the 4 dogs. That's Ranger, that's Ben, and this is Finnegan. Finnegan, begin again. And the pug is in the house. He didn't like being drug out early this morning to pee, so he's like, well, I'm not going outside. When he loves to sit out here on the porch. Crazy. Anyway, for those of us who can clearly and plainly see the insanity of our Frumpy administration, I have what I pray to all that is good and pure, that what I know to be true stays true throughout the next 2 years. Because of shifting timelines and based on free will and people making choices that were not seen, predictions can change. But what I know to be true and what Bashar has said to be true, and many psychics, mediums, even with tarot card readings, everything is saying the same thing. That in the year 2027, I don't know what part of the year yet, it's too far away, Frumpy will no longer be our president, and whoever is our president is going to be open to receiving first contact. So first contact will happen in 2027, and it will be received by the United States president at that time, and it will be publicly known, so meaning the news media will all be there. We've got a shift coming, and it's coming no matter what. So it can't be stopped. We're gonna learn to get along with others. This Christian hatred, which is not Christian, they think it is, but it isn't, because Christianity is not based on hate, it's based on love, right? But the hatred has got to stop. And there's hate groups inside of each group of people, right? There's hate groups who are black people, there's hate groups who are Mexican people, there's great hate groups, obviously, that are within the white people, the Caucasian, right? So it's gonna stop. It's coming to an end. And those who just won't be able to live on this planet anymore. Because this planet wasn't made to generate all this hatred. It's killing the planet. This planet was made to generate souls who are in the mindset of unconditional love for all. all living things. And it doesn't matter what religion you are, whether you believe in Allah, God, the Supreme Being, the great energy, the great spirit, source. Everything comes from that. Everything comes from that. Everything is an expression of source. I am an expression of source. I'm expressing a part of what source is. I am source. I am God. You are source. You are God. You are the great spirit. You are an expression personified. So when I want to, let's say, I want to express a part of myself, right? That's my creation. That's a part of what is part of me expressed. And people don't understand that what we do with our words, what we do with our hands, what we do with our minds, it's an expression of ourself. Okay? And we are an expression of source, of God, of the highest being, of love and light. So we are united. We are all like, see all these fingers? They're all an extension of my physical body. These fingers are an extension of me. And you and I are an extension of God. And so, how do we explain the things that are terrible and horrible? Okay, well, we're here having experiences on this planet. This is the experience planet. Okay? So, we jump into this planet, get born, because we are a non-physical form of energy with a consciousness. We jump into this planet, we get born, we choose who our mom and dad's gonna be. I know that's the hardest thing for many of us to grasp. Why would I choose parents like that? I know I've been asking that. Why would I choose parents like that? But I did. My childhood was not wonderful. But now that I'm healing and the biggest part of me is healed, my childhood is no longer causing me pain. My baby. Are you wondering who am I talking to? Huh? So, but we did, because it's how we learn from all the pain and sorrow that we live and endure, all the hardships. It's like a slingshot, and Bashar explains this very well. It's like a slingshot. Pain and sorrow pull us back, and when we start to heal, psh, We accelerate. So if you were a black person, not all black people were slaves. Let's just understand that. Not all black people were slaves. Okay? Some were out there living their lives as free people. So we need to get rid of that mentality. But for those who were black and those who are black and came from, are descendants of slaves, that hardship, okay, use it. Use it to propel you forward, okay? You can stay in the negativity. You can stay in the pain if you wish to. You can hold the grudges if you wish to. But guess what? Here's source, or here's light. I can't hold my arm up yet very well. Here it is. Okay? And the pain and the sorrow and the unforgiveness pulls you further and further away from truth, light, love, right? So if you choose to stay in that place, that space of unforgiveness, holding the grudge, being angry, okay, look what happens. Love and light, source. You can call yourself a Christian. You can call yourself God-fearing all you want, but you're not. Because your unforgiveness, your grudge holding, your anger, your hatred is doing this. You're far from Christ. You're far from source. You're far from God. And you can thump that Bible all you want. But it doesn't change the fact of the reality. Let go of the hate. Let go of the grudge. Forgive. And thrust yourself forward into a new age, into the golden age of love and light, unconditional love, where there's no more murder, there's no more racism, there's no more hatred. Isn't that what we all want at the end of the day? Most of us, yes. There are some who will not let go of the hatred. You're gonna pay. Let go of the hatred. Let go of the unforgiveness. Let go of the pain. If you have been in a relationship with a significant other, and obviously if you get in the relationship, not always, but most of the time it was really good, right? And then something happens, communication starts to falter, and you start holding grudges against each other. You start no longer becoming one, I guess. But it's not really one, but it's one, but it's also two separates, right? But you start to detach from each other. Now, counseling could have helped, maybe. There's good counseling and there's shitty counseling out there available, okay? And I've talked about that previously, okay? But husband and wife, or wife, husband, whatever it might be, you didn't express your feelings in a way that the other person understood. Or the other person wasn't willing to understand. There's all kinds of scenarios here, right? They turn their backs to each other, and they are no longer even a unit. I've seen this happen over and over and over again in my 60 years. And typically once this happens, only miraculously and with the both partners really, really willing to not hold a grudge, to forgive, and to be willing to communicate, both partners, can they come back. But once it's like this, it's really hard to bring it back together. And maybe it's no longer meant to be together. Maybe you have learned what you needed to learn, and it's time to move on. But you're not going to realize you needed to learn something until later. Okay, here comes another downpour. So, whatever the situation, you were sexually abused by an uncle, by your dad, by your mom, by your aunt, by your mom's best friend, by a stranger. It's usually somebody you know though, right? If you were sexually abused, you've probably either been in counseling most of your life, or you're an alcoholic, or you're a drug addict, or you became a super Christian and you never really even healed from that. And it's festering inside and you're keeping it there, but eventually it's gonna explode. Hey, cutie. What? Did you find your bunny? I forgot to put it away, didn't I? Get healed. Heal your inner child. Heal your inner infant. Heal. And it's possible. Until you're in a place where that pain no longer controls your reactions, your words, your thoughts. The pain can heal. Okay? So we are coming into a new golden age. Okay? We're moving into it. This is the age of Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius. Now, are all Aquarius synchronized to what an Aquarius is? No. There are some Aquariuses out there that are messed up. Okay? So, but this is what's true. Aquarius, the Aquarius personality is humanitarian, All lives matter to us. All life matters to us. Even the bees and the buffalo, their lives matter to us. The stray kitties, their lives matter to us. Okay? This is the age of Aquarius. And based on all the astrological signs that we could possibly be in right now, what an amazing opportunity and a gift that we who are alive right now are in this golden age. Because as a healed person who is still healing, but healed for the most part, being an Aquarius is fabulous. We see the diamond in the rough, okay? Now we need to learn to not try to fix everything, because we do like to do that. We need to let go and let people learn what they need to learn. But we see a lump of coal, and we see what a beautiful diamond it could be. Stop. Okay? That is the eyes of an Aquarius. Okay? What a golden opportunity we are in right now. I look at things and I see what it could become all the time. I see the future all the time. What could be, what will be. The possibilities. The possibilities are endless, infinite. Of what you can be, what I can be, what this planet can be. I see the possibilities, and that is the age of Aquarius. Hey, let's become the best that we can be. Why not? Why not? I don't want your toy nestled up under my feet. I don't want you to do that. Oh, wow, you're really tearing it up. Give me that. Give it. Oh my God. I don't have the hand strength to do that. I forgot to put it away. All right, my bad. Hey, I don't need you crying like that, okay? What is going on? You guys? You're so handsome. You're the handsomest boy ever. Oh my God, he's such a beautiful dog. His soul is beautiful. Oh my God. Look at this beautiful boy. He has the tenderness and gentleness. He was rescued. He was hit by a car, and this family rescued him and gave him a home. And he was one of the most grateful, gentle babies ever. He's a good boy. Yeah, he's a good boy. And this is Mr. Naughty. Hi, I'm Naughty. He's so freaking naughty. Oh my God. But this gentle boy looks after this naughty one. So, hang on, people. And if you are a supporter of Frumpy, I'm sorry. Once he's no longer in office and once he fades away from the public view, I mean, our media just, our media just makes everything worse, does it not? I don't care what channel you watch. Probably only PBS is the only one who just gets the story out the way it is, tells the truth. But everybody else, it's all about the ratings. We all know that. All of them. Some of it's true, some of it's biased. And you need to watch both channels to kind of get to understand, but I'm sorry. There's that one channel that almost everything they say is an absolute lie. Like almost every single word. And people are believing it. They're being fed lies. Here, have some more lies. Have some more lies. Till they're so confused, they don't know what the truth is. They don't know. It's a psychopathic disaster. So, and Fox News has been that way for a long time, even back in the 80s. They were very, like, if Fox owned a company, even a small business, because I applied for a job by a company that was owned by Fox, and I didn't know they were owned by Fox. But I was a Republican then, and I was a super Christian then. And you know what he said to me in my interview? I was a single woman. Okay? And I went to the interview. This is a true story. Back in the 80s. Late 80s, possibly early 90s. Actually. I always try to go from 1983 when I graduated from high school to 1995 when my son was born. So I try to get my timeline straight based on those two occurrences. So late 80s, early 90s, I had this job interview, and I don't remember if it was like a publishing company, printing company, advertising agency, something like that. I can't remember. And I remember the interview. He made me feel so bad about myself. I was a Christian. I was a single woman. I was independent. And I wanted this job opportunity. I got an interview. Okay? I dressed professionally. Okay? And this is what he said to me. He said, this company is owned by Fox. You've seen Fox News on the TV, I'm sure. I said, yeah, I watch Fox News. He said, legally, I can't ask you these questions, but I'd like to ask you these questions because your answers will help me determine if you're a good fit for this job. I said, well, I have nothing to hide. Sure. Very naive. Very naive. Most Christians are very naive. That's how they get brainwashed so easy. We just trust with faith, right? He said, are you married? I said, no, I'm single. Are you a Christian? Yes, I'm a Christian. Ma'am, if you're a Christian woman, why aren't you married? You should be married. I was like, oh, well, I'm just not. I didn't really have an answer. I just knew that I wasn't married. And That was not a part of my life at that time. Or was it ever a part of my life? He said, well, rather than getting a job, you need to focus on getting a husband. He said, I'm sorry, you're not a good match for this job. Yeah. I was pretty blown away, and I felt very like I'm not enough, I'm not good enough because I'm not married. What a fucking asshole, right? Yeah. So even back then, Fox was fucked up. So I like PBS because it's not extreme this way, it's not extreme this way, it's more in here. And that's what we all need, really. And am I getting paid to talk about PBS? No, I'm not getting paid. I'm doing this for free. Hopefully I'll get paid soon. I just need more likes and subscribes, please. Thank you. Okay, so Frumpy, do timelines shift? Does the future, can the future change based on what we can see now? Yes. But I don't think this is going to be something that's going to change. I think this is set in stone that it's going to happen. It's absolutely going to happen. Frumpy won't be president at some point in 2027, and at some point in 2027, whoever our president is, that president is going to be willing and open and ready to make first contact with a specific extraterrestrial. Look, all of it comes from source. So there are our ancestors, our cousins. We're not different from them just because we look different physically. Okay, we all have souls, spirits, consciousness, the ability to love. And our first contact, aren't we lucky? Aren't we blessed? They're going to be they're going to be entities that want the very best for humanity. They want our highest good. So, wow, what a blessing. So, mentally prepare for this. Mentally get ready for this. Okay? I mean, come on. There's a million planets out there, maybe more. How can we be so small thinking to think that there's not life on other planets? All right, I gotta go. Love and light to all. Have a beautiful week. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Be grateful. Be thankful. Be mindful. Be blessed. Lisa Lovestone, out.